Let's take a look at question 44 from the May 2016 release version of the Algebra 1 STAAR test. So let's go ahead and read this problem. It says, a student rode a bike from school to a recreation center. The graph shows the student's distance in miles from the recreation center after riding the bike for X minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at our graph. Okay, on the y-axis, or vertical axis here, we have the distance from the recreation center in miles. Okay, so the starting point of our line here is at the y value is 9 miles. Okay, so when the student starts out at the school, he's 9 miles from the recreation center. If we take a look at the x-axis, or the horizontal axis, we have time here in minutes. Okay, so as time increases, we see that our distance is going down. Okay, so as time goes by, the student's getting closer and closer to the school until after 28 minutes has elapsed, he's reached the distance from the recreation center is now 0. So he's now reached the recreation center. So let's go ahead and read the rest of our question here. It says, what is the range of the function for this situation? Okay, so range value is y value. Okay, so you want to look at usually your range. You start with your lowest range value, which in our case is 0. Okay, so our lowest y value here is 0, and our highest range value here is 9. So that would be our range. Our range goes from 0 here on the y-axis up to 9, and all the numbers in between, because our graph is continuous. So let's read the answer choice F. All real numbers greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 28. Okay, so that would be true for our domain. Domain's the x values along the or the time values. Okay, so that would be true for our domain, which would go between 0 and 28. So we can go ahead and mark that out. So we're talking about range here, not domain. So go ahead and mark out answer choice F. And let's look at answer choice. Let's go ahead and jump to the bottom. Okay, it says all real numbers less than or equal to 9. Okay, all real numbers less than or equal to 9. So if you look at our graph, this is true to a point. So it's we're going down, down, down until we hit 0, and then our graph here stops. But it says all real numbers less than 9. So that means our graph would imply that our graph continued on even lower and kept going towards negative infinity. But we see from our graph it ends here at 0. When y equals 0, it stops here. So we can go ahead and rule out answer choice J. Okay, let's look at answer choice H. All real numbers less than or equal to 28. All real numbers less than or equal to 28. So if you look at our range, it starts at 9. Okay, it doesn't even approach 28. So 28 would be well above where we're located, almost 3 times higher than where we're located. Okay, so we're starting at 9, so 28 is not in our range. Okay, so we can go ahead and mark out answer choice number H. Okay, so we're left down to one answer choice. We're left with answer choice G. So it says all real numbers greater than 0. So here's the real numbers greater than 0 for range values, our y values. That's less than or equal to 9. So it starts here at 0. Our graph stops at 0 here on the y-axis, and it keeps going, or for a y value. And it goes up to 9 and then stops. Okay, so it goes down to 0 to this point here as our lowest range value or y value, and 9 is our highest range. So it's saying all real numbers in between there, because our graph is continuous. That would be true. So answer choice G is the best one on this one.